This is another video in which you'll get a short review on 15 designer and niche fragrances, and I'll rate each one. So in the end, there will be a ranking as well, so keep watching. I won't be showing you full bottles because, well, there isn't a lot of space around me, but all the full in-depth reviews are linked in the description box. So if one of these fragrances catches your eye, make sure to watch the full in-depth review to find out more. And welcome, I'm Miri, and on this channel we talk in depth about fragrances. So let's start with the first one, and that is Givenchy L'Interdit Eau de Toilette. This new 2022 version came out to make L'Interdit line more approachable and more appealing to younger audience because this fragrance gives off a sparkling, uplifting and youthful vibe. Initially floral, green and juicy opening, smells like the scent of orange orchard, and then it develops into a muskier, clean, a fresh laundry type of scent, like you can smell white shirts drying on a sunny day next to an orange tree blossoming. In the base, the scent is deepened with creamy sandalwood, while patchouli isn't really noticeable on my skin. L'Interdit Eau de Toilette is a scent of sparkling white floral bouquet enveloped in the coziest white musk. It just smells clean and simple, but timelessly beautiful. For an eau de toilette, I get about 6 hours of longevity, which is pretty good. So overall, L'Interdit Eau de Toilette gets 8.5 out of 10 for its scent and performance. Lancôme La Vie est Belle Soleil Cristal. The name means crystal sun, and the bottle reflects that idea with absolutely gorgeous, happy rainbow effect that changes colors depending on the sunlight. Soleil Cristal initially smells bright, fresh, and slightly spicy, like a citrusy soda, but very soon you get a mix of creamy coconut, ylang-ylang, and powdery iris with like woody patchouli that cuts the sweetness in this fragrance. I'm not really fond of this stage of the fragrance, but the best part is definitely the dry down, when the scent loses that darker patchouli facets and becomes more vanillic, sunnier and softer, like the scent of white floral bouquet immersed in the beach sand. It doesn't smell sunscreeny like most fragrances with coconut do, and I think this is a nice summery version of the original La Vie est Belle, even though it could be worn all year round. I get about 6 to 7 hours of longevity, and I would rate it with a 6.5 out of 10 because I'm not particularly fond of the patchouli in the mid. Narciso Rodriguez for her Musk Nude. This fragrance was created to blend naturally with your skin and create a second skin effect. So the bottle reflects that idea. It comes in a soft nude pink color. In the opening of Musk Nude, you get a ton of musk and jasmine, like you made a sweet powder out of jasmine flowers, and this is how the opening smells. As it develops, the scent becomes creamier with dried roses and very similar to the scent of rose milk, while the base is just slightly darker and woodier. This is a musky, rosy, sweet, powdery, woody fragrance that embraces you in very warm and enveloping feel. Musk Nude smells how the bottle looks. Pink, gentle, sweet, powdery and feminine. It's an easy reach perfume that lasts about 7 to 8 hours with soft projection. I'm in love with this lovely, snuggly, cozy, gentle rose baby powder vibe, so I would rate its scent and performance with 8 out of 10. Electimus Pomona Vitalis. Pomona was the goddess of gardens, fruits and orchards in Roman mythology, so no wonder this is quite a fruity fragrance, but fruits in it don't smell realistic, like you freshly pick them from the tree and then you taste them. No, they give off like a wine sensation. So in the opening, Pomona Vitalis smells like a glass of wine on a wooden barrel somewhere in the vineyard. So those fruity notes are always accompanied with woody and aromatic facets. Rose comes out with creamy sandalwood and menthol-like, slightly metallic geranium, while patchouli has some darker chocolate nuances. So the dried on almost smells like a boozy, fruity chocolate cake decorated with mint leaves on the sandalwood plate. Pomona Vitalis is a complex, luxurious fragrance that stays about 6 hours on my skin with stronger projection, and overall it gets 7 out of 10. Dior Poison Eau de Toilette. In my comparison of the entire Poison range, one person commented that Poison was at one point so popular that one famous restaurant in London requested you didn't wear it when you booked your reservation because the chef of that restaurant said it ruined the food. Even though the scent almost feels a bit forgotten these days, it's still beautiful and truly a statement piece. I like the combination of plum, spices and flowers with woody, smoky, musky dry down. It smells like spiced prunes covered with honey and served on the wooden plate on a soapy smelling tablecloth next to a glass of red wine and tuberose rose bouquet. As you can envision with this description, this is a complex, bold fragrance that lasts about 6 hours with strong projection. So yes, this is a fall and winter fragrance, and for all those who like spicy, oriental, rich perfumes. Poison Eau de Toilette has a special place in fragrance history and it deserves 8.5 out of 10. Parfums de Marly Safanad. Just like all the other Parfums de Marly fragrances, Safanad is also named after a particular horse breed, after the ancestor of Arabian horses, and its name means pure. When you first spray it, you can smell deliciously dewy pear, like you picked ripe pear from the tree and you're taking a bite with all the sweet juices filling your mouth. In the dry down, orange blossom is the most dominant note, with honeyed, custardy, ylang-ylang, and slightly earthy iris, while the scent becomes more ambery in the base. It smells like you're on a picnic in the flower meadow under the linden tree and you're eating orange custards. It's beautiful. The longevity is about 6 hours on my skin with soft projection, unfortunately, but the scent is really pretty and you would love it if you like sweet orange blossom perfumes and if you enjoyed the scent profile of Lancome's Poème or Jean Paul Gaultier's Classique. I would rate it with 7.5 out of 10. Ormond Jane Damask. The name of this perfume comes from the city in Syria known as the home of damask roses, a very ancient type of roses which have strongly scented blooms. The perfume starts with tangy but sweet rose, like you're smelling creamy poached pears doused in the honeyed lemon juice next to a pink rose bouquet. As the fragrance develops, rose becomes more prominent and muskier with mineralic fizzy quality, like you're sitting on a terrace next to damask rose bushes, the sun is warming your skin and you're enjoying fizzy rose wine. I really enjoyed this fragrance. It's in the same scent family like Yves Saint Laurent Blouse, Atomic Rose by Initio, and Parfums de Marly Delina. So if you like either one of these fragrances, I'm sure you will like Ormond Jane Damask as well. It lasts about 6 hours on my skin with moderate projection and it deserves 8.5 out of 10 for its scent profile and performance. Viva More Parfums Caramel Pop. Basically, what the name says is what you get. A lot of caramel and some salty popcorn with a bit of bergamot in the opening that lifts all the heaviness, but initially caramel pop smells like caramel poured over buttery salted popcorn. In the dry down, the scent gets even heavier and sweeter with the addition of roasted chestnut, some booziness, and some florals. It encapsulates a cozy atmosphere when you're relaxing at home with your friends and family, you're drinking and you're enjoying popcorn and roasted nuts as snacks. This is an extremely realistic fruity fragrance for gourmand lovers. It's for colder weather and it has a really good performance. I get about 8 hours of longevity on my skin, but it's a bit too food-like for my taste and therefore I'm not in love with it. But if you like edible smelling perfumes and you enjoy the scent of caramelized popcorn, then Caramel Pop will be something for you. I would rate it with 6.5 out of 10. Yves Saint Laurent Libre l'Absolu Platine. The idea behind this fragrance was to evoke a fiery burn and a shiver-inducing chill all at once, and that's why the bottle has ice-cold metallic color in contrast to fiery golden Yves Saint Laurent emblem. Libre l'Absolu Platines opens with fresh, minty, cool, and slightly metallic vibe that smells like you're mixing and squeezing bergamot slices and fresh minty leaves with a metallic spoon. But 10 minutes later, orange blossom and lavender become main focal points in this perfume together with vanilla and soapy muskiness, so the fragrance smells like a hot water spring in the winter, and it perfectly embodies a clash between the fire of the gold and coldness of the platinum. The scent is clean, soapy, floral, sweet, and musky. It's very beautiful in my opinion. I get about 8 hours of wear, but the projection is soft to moderate, so I would rate it with 8 out of 10. Miller Harris Miracle Muse. This fragrance was inspired by a type of berry that grows in China and it's called Miraca. That's why the color of this bottle is baby red as well. The scent starts with a burst of juicy red fruits similar to a strawberry sorbet, but 2 minutes after applying, the scent becomes woodier, boozier, and a bit spicier because red fruits that are still noticeable are now accompanied with rose, patchouli, and rum. Miracle Muse in the dry down smells like you're in exclusive bar drinking sparkling spicy fruity cocktail, but even though it encapsulates aperitif moment, it's not reserved only for a cocktail hour. It's very versatile and very likable fragrance that lasts about 5 hours on my skin with moderate projection. Miracle Muse is an elegant, boozy, strawberry rose scent that deserves 7 out of 10 for its scent and performance. Givenchy Irresistible Very Floral. Compared to other irresistible perfumes, Very Floral has a slender, elongated bottle, and at an initial spray you get an impression of few rose petals and a ton of black currants floating on top of coconut water. It smells sunny, creamy, fruity, and fluffy, but as the fragrance develops, floral notes become more prominent, but they are enhanced with solar warmth, candy-like sugariness, and fresh blackcurrant zestiness. So Irresistible Very Floral smells like eating blackcurrant jelly beans in the blooming garden on a very hot summer day, while in the base it gets just a bit woodier. Blackcurrant makes sure this doesn't become too heavy or too sugary sweet, and if you check the full in-depth review of this perfume in the description box, you'll find out how similar or different Very Floral is to other irresistible flankers. I really like it. It lasts up to 8 hours on my skin. It's probably my favorite in the entire range, so I would rate it with 8.5 out of 10. Rue Madame Cotton Vanilla. This brand and the perfume are relatively unknown, but they are really underrated and a hidden gem for a gourmand lover. The opening smells like a peach milkshake because vanilla is enriched with lactonic backdrop and fruity, creamy, peachy facets, but in the dry down, coconut and caramel become more prominent. This is a very sweet fragrance. It's delicious and mouth-watering gourmand delicacy that smells like the scent of coconut milk with a lot of caramel. I get about 7 hours of longevity with strong projection. The scent is a compliment getter. Initially, it fills a room, and I would rate its scent profile and performance with 8.5 out of 10. So if you're a gourmand lover, if you like lactonic and coconut perfumes, and you would like to smell like a peachy coconutty cupcake, check out Rue Madame Cotton Vanilla. Dior Miss Dior Perfume 2024. Mason Francis Kurkdjian was the nose behind this fragrance, and there is something very nostalgic in it because it's similar to fruit patchouli perfumes that were really popular in the early 2000s. The opening is joyful, similar to the scent of eating sugared fruits in the blooming orchard because you get a combination of sweet fruits and some florals in the background. After that girly opening, patchouli takes over, and Miss Dior Parfum gives you a feeling that after you walked in the orchard, now you're in the vast field of beautiful wildflowers near the forest because you get a mix of sweet, floral, and darker, mossy, woodier notes. This is a crowd-pleasing fragrance. I got a lot of compliments while wearing it, and if Saint Laurent, Mon Paris, or fruity patchouli perfumes, I'm sure you will like Miss Dior Parfum as well. I get about 7 hours of longevity, so overall, Miss Dior Parfum gets 8 out of 10 for its scent and performance. Inicio Narcotic Delight. This is a new 2024 perfume release with a cherry note that has been trending in the last years. In the opening, cognac is very strong, also a bit alcoholic smelling and sharp with some bubblegummy cherry, so the opening smells like cherry bubblegum drenched in cognac, but cherry becomes less noticeable with time. It moves to the background while dark, a bit earthy tobacco emerges in the dry down. This is a very boozy, alcoholic and woody fragrance with some sweetness and a touch of cherries. It smells like cherry drenched in cognac next to swirl of cigars and old books. This scent is better for colder weather, and it's more masculine in my opinion because it's boozy, it's dark, it's alcoholic smelling without a lot of sweetness. I can smell it for a good 8 hours on my skin. It projects moderately, so if you like a woody, boozy, slightly fruity fragrance, I'm sure you will enjoy Narcotic Delight as well. I would rate it with 7.5 out of 10. And the last perfume in this video is Mancera's Tonka Cola. This perfume is quite famous and for a reason. It opens with fizzy carbonated feel of Coca-Cola with lemons in a glass. Lemons balance the sweetness while spices give this fizzy sensation of drinking cold Coca-Cola on a warm day. As it develops, the scent becomes sweeter, thicker and warmer with prominent amber, resins and vanilla and a tiny bit of woodish patchouli in the background. In the dry down, Tonka Cola reminds me of eating a bag of Haribo gummy colas with some spices because you get a scent of Coca-Cola, but it's not a fresh fizzy cola in a glass like you could smell it in the opening. The scent is nostalgic. It reminds me of my childhood. It's cheerful and fun. I get about 6 to 8 hours of wear, and if you would like a fun colder weather fragrance, I'm sure you will enjoy Tonka Cola as well. It deserves 8 out of 10 for its scent profile and performance. This is it, 15 short but detailed reviews, and I must say that I'm pretty surprised with the end result and rankings I will share with you in a minute. None of my personal favorites are on the first place because I don't rate just the way the fragrance smells to be, but also the performance, so stay tuned to find out if I could pick 5 perfumes from this video, which ones I would keep. Also, if this video was helpful and enjoyable so far, boop the like button, subscribe and hit the notification bell because that really helps my channel a lot, and also you'll be notified when I upload another video. And here's the ranking based on the performance and the scent of these fragrances. On the 5th place with 6.5 out of 10 are La Vie est Belle, Soleil Cristal and Vivamore Caramel Pop. On the 4th place with 7 out of 10 are Pomona Vidalis and Mirica Muse. On the 3rd place with 7.5 out of 10 are Satanad and Narcotic Delight. On 2nd place with 8 out of 10 are Miss Dior Parfum for her Musk Nude, Lip L'Absolu Platine and Tonka Cola, and that means that the 1st place with 8.5 out of 10 is shared by L'Interdit Eau de Toilette, Poison Eau de Toilette, Irresistible Very Floral, Damask and Cotton Vanilla. My personal top 4 favorite fragrances from this video are Miss Dior Parfum, Narcisa Rodriguez for her Musk Nude, Yves Saint Laurent, Lip L'Absolu Platine, Parfums de Mali Safanad, while the 5th place is shared by Ormond Jane Damask and Rue Madame Cotton Vanilla. Of course, there isn't a perfume in this video that doesn't smell good, and almost all of them have pretty high ratings, but some just stood out to me more, either because of their performance, either because of their scent. Which ones are your personal favorites from this video? Which ones did you try? Or maybe which ones do you own and how would you rate them? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you still haven't checked out the last episode of this unfiltered opinion on 15 perfume video series, then you should check it out right now. I will see you there. Bye!